So, everybody, this is the 3D wrap brake mod and throttle mod for the Logitech G920 Racing wheel. They're a company from Italy who make this here. As you can see, this is for the brake. So this is basically a 3D printed modification for the brake pedal to replace the standard black one, and then this one here is actually the throttle mod. So this goes in the base of the spring to give it more preload. So as you can see on these little pictures here, throttle or clutch actually for that one, and then you've got this one which actually screws into the spring. That is why it has the little thread bits on here, but you can see it's been 3D printed, which is pretty cool. And you've got a nice little letter from them. Designed, realised and packaged in Italy. They do a lot of 3D printing from other things. You get some cool little stickers as well. So let's go ahead and try and put it in. So as you can see here, we've got the pedal covers off, so there they all are there. The bolts for the accelerator pedal are actually a bit smaller than the brake and the clutch, but that's done by using, I think it's a 2.5mm Allen key into the screws over there. And obviously here you can see that you can actually position your pedal. So I have my brake pedal a bit more to the left than the throttle, just to give myself a bit more space when I'm left foot braking, because I don't really use the clutch much anyway. So let's remove I think there's 14 screws on the underside of this, so I'll go ahead and remove them and show you what it's like afterwards. So now I've undone the 14 small screws. Be aware there is underneath the very back, there's two hidden away underneath the rug sliding like mechanism. So they are removed with a 3.5mm posi drive screwdriver, if it'd focus in, and then basically the whole thing will come away, but don't be very careful to not tug the wires, because they will easily break if you are not careful with them. And it's going to be this one we're going to be looking at, this inside here and inside there. So you're going to need, again, your small hex bit, 2.5mm. As you can see, I've already been in this one with the scratches on it, but that's fair enough. So I will now show you what the internals look like. So once you have undone the two little screws from either side of the brake, there and there, it will reveal this spring mechanism. So now you've got to be careful with this gold piece, because that's what holds them in. So we'll put that to one side, and then basically this black piece will come off, which is just effectively the holder, and then from there you then get these two. So this is the bit you're removing for the mod. So there's your spring, which is not a progressive spring, it's just a, so if you were to take that out and run with just this, it'd give you 100% travel with no resistance, but there'd be no sort of feel to it. It'd be the same all the way through. And then you've got this. So this is a really quite hard piece of rubber. So basically this is what we're replacing. So we'll put that to one side, and we'll get our new modification piece. So I will now try and record myself putting it in the spring. So I couldn't actually record myself getting the spring out, but as you can see, I've got it in with the threads. So all you do is push it and turn it at the same time, and that will then make this spring nice and progressive. So I can't really do it with one hand, it's a bit stiff obviously, because, well, it's a spring. So now we're going to reinstall it and see what she feels like. So now we've got the brake in, and it is quite stiff now, but I can feel there's more progression in it already. So I'll have to have a feel with that, obviously, with my force and my foot pressing on it instead. But now it's time to do the accelerator pedal. Now, if you watch how easy this is for me to do, I am not putting much effort in there at all. So we'll see how much resistance it gives the throttle pedal. So we've got the spring out now, out of the throttle pedal. So as you can see, again, it's not a progressive spring where it gets tighter coils at one end than the other. That's effectively what the brake mod is now doing. But you can see it's the exact same thing. You've got your hole for this little gold piece where these two screws screw in. Exactly the same holder. Now this is where the accelerator mod's gonna fit. So I'm gonna grab the modification. I'm pretty sure it goes in that way. So let's just turn that round so it's in. There we go. Yeah, so that's now in position. And now it's a simple case of reconstructing the lot. So I will come back with the result. So we've got the whole assembly back together, and I can already feel by putting the same amount on, I can feel it's got more resistance. So that's going to help when modulating the throttle. So I will now come back again when I've tested them on Project Cars 2 to let you know how I think they feel and calibration settings that I set them at and whatnot. So I'm going to assemble these and see what the crack is.